Greetings, Doom fans, and welcome to another edition of I Spy Doom, here on the Doomstead Diner. In our last episode, we learned how to make a personal heater out of just using a can of some type of soup, in this case minestrone from Progresso, which is a craft company, by the way, and using such things as candles, tea light candles, or in the best case, sterno, which is formulated to create heat. So it burns hotter than candles and the like, and works very good. And then, of course, your thermal mass of a rock. Rocks are really handy things for a lot of things, crushing people over the head, holding stuff down, and, of course, radiating heat. However, there were some deficiencies with the system that could be improved, and so today we're going to improve them. What we need for this, and you will see this in upcoming episodes, are our construction materials. My construction materials are, generally speaking, anything that you can get free, which is cardboard often. You can get boxes at the grocery store and so forth. And scrap wood and stuff like that. But I also do buy, cheap stuff at Home Depot that assists and makes things better. Usually you could somehow jury rig without the hardware that you buy at Home Depot, but it makes your end product look and feel a whole lot nicer than just working with cardboard. And the other thing that you have to buy is, in this case, aluminum foil, okay, Reynolds wrap, and usually buying the heavy-duty type is the one that you want, and aluminum foil tape, duct tape, that also is handy. So, what we're going to do now is make a reflector, and insulator for our can, our heating can, that will hold the heat in, concentrated upwards, and heat mainly the rock that is above it, and not everything else outside. If you watched episode 1, I talked about how important it is to keep the heat in one location. We have a lot of action going on outside today. Very nice. Okay, gives a little flavor to the video. Okay, that's my next door neighbors and their daughter, who is obviously not too happy at the moment. Okay, let's go and now get our reflector built. The main thing is to size your reflector correctly, and I did this once already and didn't do the whole project. I just did the sizing and taping it on. So this is my piece of cardboard, okay, which can be cut out quite easily with a Swiss Army knife like that, okay. Most of the projects that I do, you'll be able to do. That's the neighbor on the other side. Most of these projects you'll be able to do with just a Swiss Army knife or some other type of knife. A razor knife is actually better for cutting cardboard, and but some of the projects I use more nice equipment because I have it, right? I don't have to work with just a Swiss Army knife or a razor knife. Alright, so let's do what we got to do here. Another essential for this project, spray adhesive. Okay, this is Elmer's Glue Spray Adhesive. What we're going to do with it is glue on the aluminum foil to the cardboard. So the first thing is to spray the cardboard, and I like to spray this stuff away from everything else, because the glue gets on everything and makes everything tacky. Okay, we got half of this done. Now we're going to do the other half, which is the foil. I already pulled the foil and cut it more or less to size. Doesn't have to be sized too accurately. Foil has one fairly shiny and reflective side and one somewhat duller and not as reflective side. In this case, what you want to do is spray the reflective side, or non-reflective side, so that the reflective side is out. Alright, that is done. So now you give it a little bit of time so it starts to get tacky. Then you'll get a better seal on your glue when you do the two. And you want it to seal up pretty nice so that the aluminum is pretty smooth across your piece of cardboard. And that's not always so easy to do. I don't know how this one will come out. And the less wind around when you do this sort of stuff is the better, because aluminum is very light and tends to fly around on you. Alright, here we go. Now, as you can see, your sizing isn't particularly important at the beginning because you can always trim it. Alright, that didn't come out too bad. Okay, unfortunately, the camera cut out for some reason during the video, and so you're going to miss the actual construction of the insulator. Here's the finished product, however. Let me get the can out. Which is cardboard covered with aluminum foil and sealed with some glue, spray-on contact cement, and aluminized duct tape. And that creates the surround for your personal heater can, which can be heated using a tea light candle, a safety candle, or in this case I used a can of Sterno, which is formulated for heat and produces more BTUs than a candle, and is nicer. And this all focuses the heat upward and inward, and it doesn't radiate out from the can at the bottom, so you don't lose very much of the heat. And then when you take your rock somewhere and drop it on top, like so, the heat that's coming upward, focused upward by the tube, will mainly hit the rock, okay? And you'll see in future episodes, this rock is not carbonized because I don't think I've used this one yet. You'll see some carbonization on the rock on the bottom where the candle or the Sterno or whatever it is heating it up. And I'll explain for the reasons why you see the carbonization and how to minimize it in future episodes. And that's all the Doom. This time until next time, here on I Spy Doom on the Doomstead Diner. Later, folks.